Hello everyone, so today I want to teach you how to remove warts. For anyone that's interested in removing warts naturally, I have the cure and it is garlic. To remove warts, you need garlic. However, I don't have any recent garlic. I don't have any new. All this is already old garlic, so it's not fresh. You need fresh garlic because you need to have that strong smell. So, I had words when for a long time and blah blah. I had words and basically I used garlic to remove them. I had maybe 10, maybe around 7 to 10 words, and I removed almost all of them. So if you don't have that kind of money to spend on medicine for warts, then use garlic. Try garlic. This is the best chance. If garlic doesn't work for you, then go for the medicine, because medicine is expensive if you don't have insurance. So, and also one thing I've noticed about medicine, it leaves a scar, it leaves the way I see it is this, the garlic gets rid of it versus medicine. I noticed garlic will completely, you have when you have a wart, it stays a certain color. Versus if you use the garlic, it'll kind of remove everything. You have some scarring, but you won't have that color. It's like with medicine, it's just it you tear that off, but it's still in there in your system. I doubt you could get rid of it. I'm not sure how, but I'm gonna show you my scars. I got rid of I had a big wart in my hand right here, and I got rid of it maybe let's see. 15, I think maybe 7 years ago, everybody was looking at my hands about 7 years ago. Well, 6 years ago, everybody would look at my hands and be like, what's that? They get freaked out. And then one time, someone told me, after 2 years, I was in high school still. I was in senior or whatever. And someone told me, oh, wow, what happened to your hands? You fix your words? I'm like, yeah. And they was like, oh, wow, I remember when you used to have a lot of them in your hand. I'm like, yeah. So basically, I was even shocked. I'm like, oh shit, I don't have any more warts. So what you want to do is cut it like a globe. It has to be really fresh. That's important. Fresh. Make it fresh. Have it fresh. Let me see. Okay, so I have my band-aids here. It's important to use. Okay, so basically you want to cut it and there's many ways to cut it. I've tried different types of way, but the way I do it is cut it like this in between, or actually almost close to in between, but not that close. Depends how big your wart is. So basically I cut it and this is what I did. I smell it. It smells good. It smells it feels very, it feels because some garlics don't work. Honestly, I've noticed that I tried some garlics and I had to replace them a lot. Because especially in my hands, because I sweated a lot. I had to replace my garlic at least every 2 hours. Often I always had to struggle with replacing it. It's easy for some people to get rid of them. It's hard for me. For me, it was hard. For me, it's still hard to get rid of warts. It's always been hard for me. They said, oh, just leave it on for a day and just get in the shower and they're gonna come off. And when I was like, nah, that's bullshit. And then I tried it. This is but do it on a Saturday because that way you don't smell like garlic and you don't have to deal with that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it over the weekend. And I was very disappointed because nothing happened. It actually took me a month for me to get rid of it. It took me a month, and I was in 8th grade, I think. Or maybe, yeah, I think I was in 8th grade or 9th grade. Actually, I was in 9th grade. And I just put it on here, I put it on here like this. And I put tape all over it since I sweated so much. The biggest one was in this hand right here. And I hated it so much. So this is what I did. I put tape because that way it's very sealed. And I guess the moisture, the thing that garlic has, it sucks it up, or who knows what it does, but thank God for garlic. So Basically, this is what you do. You put it on your wart. Just they say put it on your wart. Do not put it on the skin. But I personally prefer to put it on the skin because I'm used to it. So I'm used to. I've had experience with it that I don't mind. Putting it on my skin or cutting a bit one or touching a lot of my skin. I don't mind. So I just leave it like this. If it touches a lot of my skin, I'm like, okay, I've dealt with this. If it starts irritating me a lot, I know the signs already. Like, oh, it's irritating me a lot. Let me take it off, or let me just leave it on for a little bit more. That way, so this is you just leave it in like this. It's kind of weird, and especially I do recommend doing it on a weekend, or if you can do it throughout the whole month. And this is how I did it. This is how I got rid of my warts. I you have to clean it well too. Put soap on it. I recommend soap. Dry it really well and put it again. Dry it really well and put it again. And I recommend tape. That way tape seals it up. But you have to be careful too. I had to seal mine really well because I sweated so much. It was hard for me to get rid of them. So let me show you all my scars. Of all the words, I only have like 2 scars. So right there, okay. There is my scar right here. And this is a scar here, like right here. That little white stuff. That's it. You could really barely tell. It's right there. So that's how you get rid of warts. And this works for all types of words because honestly, they say what type of work does it work for? I think all types of words. So just be careful. Especially where you're gonna do it. Yeah, because it's hard for the people that are trying it for the first time. When I remember when I had this big one, I struggled with this big one because it got very like liquidy inside, and I didn't want to pop it. So one time I was playing with my brother, and then like he pushed me, and I hit myself with the sofa and started licking. It was nasty, and then like after that, it was like a little. There was a little round thingy, and I left it for a day or two. I'm like, oh man, this is not going away. So I put another garlic. I was like, sometimes you have to decide like, should I put another garlic or not? Like, so when that happened, I put another garlic. But there was this other time when it was like that too, and I left it like that, and yeah. So let's see, what else I have to say. So you get the freshest garlic and always replace it. You could even cut this part. Use. Once I open one, I go to another one. If I'm gonna use this today, this part, then I'm gonna throw all this away. I know it's a waste, but you could try it however you want. Honestly, this works. So you could use this part too. I prefer using this part a lot because it's smaller, the middle. So it just depends. So you just put it like that and put tape all over it or wherever it is. If it's on your elbow, you leave it there. A lot of people are impatient. I try helping people out. I was like, some people tell me, "Oh, I have warts." I was like, "Okay, I'll help you. I'll teach you how to remove them." But some people are impatient that they just get it frozen. They tell me, "Oh no, the doctor just froze it." I'm like, okay, I was like, wow, you can see the scar there. That's really nasty. Like, I don't know, it's still in there. So for some reason, for me, the way I see it is garlic gets rid of. It gets rid of it. Like, I'm not really sure because they don't grow in and out. They don't grow back out. I haven't gotten them back. I haven't. They haven't grown. It's like. So. It's interesting how this works. So. But its garlic is very cheap. I got this. Like, I got a whole package for $1. So get the best fresh garlic, and try this. And you could try bandages, and if it's not really working, try different methods like using tape around, sealing it so no air comes out of it, because I seen in Dr. Oz that they recommended using tape to get rid of warts, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, so because I was like, oh, that makes sense, because when I was little, I put tape on mine because the band-aids wouldn't help because I would sweat so much. So maybe, putting a garlic and sealing it will remove that wart. That's if you don't struggle with it, because some people get rid of it easily, like with garlic, but others can't. It just depends on your body, and you have to drink a lot of water. But to get rid of it, to get rid of the warts, you don't have to drink a lot of water, but just stay hydrated, and do all that. So yeah, that's my recommendation for getting rid of warts. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the bottom. Please leave the comments in the description below, or message me privately. I could help you. I've dealt with warts, and it's a struggle. It gets depressing. I was depressed for a long time, and it's always depressing having them. And it's like it just sucks, honestly it sucks. And I think honestly you're gonna save yourself a lot of money if you just do it this way. It's gonna take a lot of time, but you're gonna save money and you're gonna get rid of them, and they won't come back. And if they come back, just put this on. Or sometimes when I get warts, I just put a bandage over them. I put a bandage or just tape. I put a bandage or tape over them, and I don't even put garlic, and they go after a while. They try to grow out, but the band-aid seals them back down. I don't know how that works. Honestly, it's hard to deal with warts. So that's it. Hopefully anyone that watches this video, hopefully I helped. And please do an update video of, I have before and after pictures of warts that I've had, but honestly, it's too disgusting to show, so I do not want to show that. Ugh. But that's it. Anyways, if anyone, share this message, or just make a video with your updates, because a lot of people want to get rid of this, but they don't know how, and I know how, so I want to help other people, because I know how depressing it is, every people looking at you weird and don't even want to touch what you're touching, throwing your paper away. Oh my god, so much awful stories, I had to go through because of my warts, in my hands. And that's it. Thanks for watching.